What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games, and today we're going to be talking about an indie game called Demonschool. I was lucky enough to have a one-on-one demo with Demonschool at PAX East. It took me about 45 minutes to go through two different parts of a demo. One was just learning tutorial of the game and the combat, and another one was going through in a boss fight. Now, what is Demonschool? Demonschool is a new style tactics RPG where motions equal action. You pretty much defeat big demons at night, similar to like a Persona style, especially Persona 1 and 2 style, where we're gonna be fighting demons at night, and during the day, we're gonna be doing social link things with our friends. There's up to 15 different companions that you can have social links with, and also you can bring those people with you at night into the demon world. And if you lose in the demon world, the demons take over. So we're fighting for our life every night in Demonschool. Now, what got me really into Demonschool, not only the incredible art style and music of the game, but the actual gameplay of it. I really do enjoy tactics RPGs, and this one's pretty unique as you get to set up your turn and then go into action, which requires a lot of planning, but also a lot of flexibility. So it's not like, oh, I'll just send this one character out and they just die. It's like, no, you actually get to set up all your characters at once and get to watch like a little movie happen of everyone doing their turn, which I think is really neat. So in Demonschool, you get to have four different characters on the field at once. You get to select from your party who do you want to use, and each character is going to have different abilities. So in the demo, I was able to play with Faye, and Faye, she's just like our main character, and she can like kick across the screen and do pretty big damage. She has good movement. And there's a couple other characters. There's a character that can heal. I believe their name was Canute. We have Namako, who can stun enemies with her camera, and then we have Destin, who is just a big hunk of a man who just goes across the field and does a massive amount of damage. So with these four characters, I was able to set up them on the field and strategize on how to best defeat the enemies in Demonschool. So how you go through your turn is essentially you select your character and you can move them positioning wise. So left or right is free movements right next to you. But you can also move them across the map, and each character is going to have different movements that they'll be allowed to do. And if you hit an enemy, if you kill them, they'll just disappear. If you don't, they'll either like move back, they can get hit by a status effect and things like that. But the kill doesn't happen until you actually submit your turn. So once you move one character, you can move the rest of them if you would like to, and then you can like set up different combos. And positioning really does matter in this game. One thing I thought was really cool is if you surround an enemy with two of your characters and you attack them with both characters, then you do like a special cutscene combo attack, which is a massive amount of damage, usually wipes them out. Has a really cool animation to it as well, which I thought was really neat. You know, you get rewarded not only in damage, but in a visually pleasing attack animation too. Now, from the demo, there was a lot of different enemies I fought. Some of them could poison you, some of them can explode, and some of them would just try to crawl across. And if they made it all the way across, then they get to spawn in a new demon. But the cool thing about Demon School is you don't have to actually defeat every demon on the field. You just got to defeat the set amount that is on the screen. That tells you. So I had one level where I had to kill like 5 demons. So once I killed 5 demons, all you got to do is have one character go all the way to the end of the stage, and they'll just seal it off. And that would end the demo or that fight there for the demo. And there is a grading system. Unfortunately, I kept on getting C's, but you can, C's get degrees, but you can try to redo everything, retry the level, try to get a B or an A score. Not sure what the pricing is for that. If you get better rewards, I assume you would, but it is something very cool. So once I was done doing some battle combat situations, I went back to the school area and I was able to pick out who do I want to hang out with for today. And I actually ended up talking to Namiko, hanging out with her, figuring out some problems that she is having. And it seems like there are complete social links in this game. And it looks like when you do more and more with the characters, you get more rewards with them. Maybe this resolves in other new moves and things like that. Wasn't able to see it in the demo. But you can also go out and explore, very similar like Persona 3 Portable, where you select the location and then you just go there and get to walk around like this environment, which I thought was really neat. And there seems to be a lot of different zones you can go to. I went to like a town square, and then I ended up talking to someone who ended up being a side quest, and I had to deal with internet bullies, which ended up just being demons. So then that night, I spent fighting another set of demons in the school area, and a couple new demons were coming out. But that's when I really got the hang of the combat. And some of these characters are really interesting. Like in the first fight, I didn't get to really use Canute. Canute's our healer in the party, but he also can buff our allies. So even if he's not going to heal your allies, he can just still touch them, heal himself, and give you like an attack buff. So, some of these characters are really important, even if they're not doing massive damage. So once I finished that part of the demo, I ended up doing what it seems to be maybe the first major boss of the game, which is a giant skeleton monster. And he was gnarly. So these demons, at least the big boss ones, work in a 3D realm, and this boss was he was just gnarly looking. It was crazy. And during the boss fight, if you were able to hit his weak point, which is his fingers when he pushes them on the ground, but you would have to dodge out of the way the turn before and then go in and attack them, hit his fingers, a massive eyeball was like fall out of his head, and then you would have to hit it. And if you could hit it, do like a third of his life. So you essentially want to do it 3 times, you beat the boss fight. Now, honestly, I had a difficulty doing this boss fight. I made a couple mistakes, but even if a couple mistakes occur, if as long as you're very strategic, you can eventually get through and beat the boss. But if you are having a problem, you can always just hit that retry button. And I really appreciate that a game like this does have some sort of a retry button in it too, which is really cool too. But overall, I think Demon School is a very awesome game. If you are into tactical RPGs, or if you like something like a Persona, you like games that have really strong art style to it and pretty good music, then honestly, this might be a great game for you to check out. It's releasing this summer, so definitely check it out. It's going to be on Steam. I'm not sure what other platforms. I believe it's going to be on PlayStation and probably Switch as well, maybe Xbox. But it has a Steam page, so if you're interested, definitely hit that wish list button. It'll help them out. But of course, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.